Hi everyone, Lauren here again. This video is a 10-minute desk work remedy video. It involves just you and your trusty foam roller. The intention with this video is to help you move, stretch and mobilise, particularly from the pelvis to the shoulders, all the way through the spine into the chest as well, countering some of the stiffness and the soreness we get when we spend a lot of time at desks. Particularly if at the moment a lot of us will be working from home, maybe with setups that aren't as optimal as they could be. So hopefully with your 10-minute break here and there and your foam roller, you'll feel a little bit better than you did had you not done these. So let's begin. Take yourself to all fours and pop your hands on the roller. Set your knees at hip distance and your feet parallel behind you. Start sitting back on your heels and your arms extended. Take a breath in. As you exhale, roll and press the foam roller away. Reach the shoulders as far forward as possible. Inhale, roll up and sit tall. Exhale, extend and reach. Inhale. We'll do 6 more. Exhale, lengthen, let the shoulders elevate towards the ears. And then bring it back, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breath in, reach and lengthen. And breath out. In. And out. Out in. And out. We'll make this the last one. Nice and long from tail to tips of fingers. And back. Now, lift onto your knees. Roll the foam roller forward until it's under your shoulders. Again, check the feet are relaxed and parallel. You can always tuck the toes if it's more comfortable for you. Start with your spine in its natural shape. Then as you take a breath in, lift the tail, lift the chest, and the gaze. Really extend and open the chest, let the collarbones smile. And then exhale, push your knees and your hands downwards. Curl the back ribs up to the sky. Then inhale, lengthen and open out. There is your cow, lovely open and extended shape. And then exhale, tuck in. There is the cat, rounded and curl. Keep pressing the back ribs up. Inhale, open and lengthen. Exhale, tuck under. 2 more cows, 2 more cats. Just working into that spine. Trying to find a bit of mobility and some of the joints that get static and stuck when we sit too long. And last cat. And then come back down. Replace your roller to just off your mat in the middle and again take all fours. Keep your right hand grounded on the ground and take your left hand behind and onto the roller, palm up. Start in neutral with your spine straight and relaxed. Your gaze at the mat. Breathe in to prepare. As you exhale, roll and extend that left arm away, pressing into the roller. Really let your breastbone follow the movement. Then inhale, return. Exhale, twist and reach away. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, reach. Really stretch from the fingertips and the shoulder blade all the way to the chest. And breath in. Breath out. Rotate. Come back in. Now, simply turn 180 degrees. Replant yourself into all fours. And again, this time take the right hand behind the left and onto the foam roller, palm up. Start in your neutral position, breath in. And as you exhale, roll and reach. Inhale, calm back through. And exhale. We'll continue with this movement. Throughout the video, throughout the exercises, it's helpful to check in and make sure that you're not creating any gripping or grabbing through the neck or the shoulder muscles. You might even take a moment to check in with your jaw, make sure you're not clenching your teeth or pushing your tongue into your teeth. Last one. Exhale and stretch. Really rotate the breastbone. And come back through. Now, take your roller crossways on the mat. Turn around and take a seat. Lower yourself onto the foam roller and position it about the level of the shoulder blades, more or less. Support your head with your hands. Place your feet comfortable, hip distance away from each other. Take a breath in, lift the body slightly forward. And as you exhale, extend over the foam roller any amount, broaden the elbows and spread them away from each other. Lift the chest, up away from the pubic bone. Then inhale, roll the elbows inwards, lift the chest gently, curl the spine. Exhale, open and spread the elbows, open the chest. Inhale up. Exhale, open. This is a great counter for all of that. Sitting with our hands forward, the spine rounded towards the desk. We can counter it by opening and extending, spreading all of those front tissue muscles, joints and bones. Open and out. One more round of each. And here we stay. We'll take 3 rounds of breath, just enjoying this lovely opening sensation. You're looking for a sense of lengthening through the whole front line of the body and maybe across the chest if you're a little tight there as well. Using the exhales can help you find a little more range sometimes. And then use your hands to help your head up, lift the body. This time bring the foam roller a little further down the spine. Again, lean into it, support your head. This time pick up your hips and begin to use your legs to roll yourself forward and back along the foam roller. This is a great way to get a few nice clicks and clunks, a few jammy spots out of the spine. And as well as that, it can massage beautifully along the length of the erector spinae muscle and into the traps, the rhomboids, all of those muscles that get short and tight when we sit for too long. Again, you might find that there are points in the spine that feel more stiff and feel like they need a bit more work, so you can change the position of the foam roller further towards the shoulders like I'm doing now to work into those places that are needed. Or you might find that your lower back feels a little stiffer, bring the foam roller further down and work into the lumbar region. Use the legs to support you. You might find there's a little bit of core work here as well. It's perfectly normal to hear a few clicks and clunks and feel a nice release or pop in the spine as everything mobilises. Enjoy it. The next exercise, one of my all-time favourites, is the Crucifix stretch. So you'll place your hips at the bottom of the foam roller, right towards the end. Then use your arms to lower yourself carefully down, minding ponytails and such. And you want the foam roller to be like a second spine. So your head, your mid-back and your tail are all supported by the foam roller. You'll feel a little gap in the middle of the lower back and the neck where the spine lifts naturally away from the foam roller. The key thing is that you're centered. Again, your feet are planted hip distance to stabilize you. And then, taking a deep breath in, reach the hands up and forward. And as you exhale, open and spread your wings and let them fall any amount. They might hover or maybe reach the ground, depending on how open you are through the chest. Now you're welcome to stay here much longer than I stay. You can pause the video and even stay for up to 2 minutes. The key thing is that you're feeling a sense of expanding and lengthening and stretching through the chest. Again, to counter all of that closed desk work positioning that we go through in a long day. You can use the breath to again assist relaxation and stretching. And from here, whilst the spine is stretching and relaxing on the foam roller, you can add in some nice arm movements to mobilise through all of those little rotator cuff muscles, through the joint ligaments and spaces, around the shoulder girdle. You can start with something like this, sort of sweeping and circular motion. Again, a few clicks and clunks are quite normal as the body moves and mobilises, maybe for the first time today. You can also open and close your wings, another lovely variation for the shoulder blades to glide onto the ribs. And some scissors are also a lovely way to create movement in other parts of the shoulder range. And for some of us, even the balancing on the foam roller can be a little challenge. So think about gently engaging your core and lightly pressing the feet down to help you stabilise if you feel wobbly here. Big breath in, link your fingers together, press the fingers as high overhead as you can, breathe and expand the ribs. Exhale, release. Use your arms to press yourself gently upright and come off the foam roller. Take it to the side. Lateral flexion. So you can do this kneeling like I am, or you might prefer to take a cross-legged seat or a long seat, depending on your hips and knees flexibility. Take the roller and your palm just a little away from the body. Reach your spare hand out. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, roll the foam roller and extend upwards and open into lateral flexion. And then return, breath in. Breath out, reach and open, lateral flexion. And in. And out. And you'll notice I'm taking the gaze towards the foam roller. Just completing the movement with the neck. So there's a nice continuous rotation, flexion, combined movement. You can always change this to suit your neck. You might find that facing forwards is better for you. Or simply facing down towards the ground, a slight tuck of the chin. Let's try it to the other side. Again, if you've crossed your legs, think about switching them. Palm down, foam roller a little away, spare hand reaching, breath in. And then exhale and reach your first one. And inhale, return. And out. Now the breathing's not too critical. Which breath goes which way? The key thing is that you're breathing with movement, you're not holding your breath. And as you lift, rather than collapsing to the side, think about reaching up and over to help you really maximise the range of motion available to you. Last one. Okay. Then we'll finish with my all-time favourite. So, first thing you do is lie down flat. Then, do a little bridge, lift the hips, turn the roller and place it directly under your tailbone. So below the belt line, onto the sacrum, which is the hard bony part of your tailbone, and the hip wings crossways, so that you feel that your pelvis and the weight of your pelvis is fully supported by the foam roller, and you're not putting any pressure onto your lower spine. The actual vertebrae of the spine are floating in space. From here, center yourself comfortably on your mat. Relax the arms and rest. And what we're looking for here is just a very gentle decompression or distraction or traction through the lumbar spine. Because we've fixed the pelvis and we're hanging off with body weight, there's a lovely sense of each vertebra moving away from each other through the lumbar. Again, a fabulous counter for the long sitting we can do at our desk when working at home. You're welcome to stay for anywhere up to 2 minutes, even 3 minutes if you like, so you can pause the video and stay longer. Variations with the legs can also be nice. So you might stay here or explore stretching one or both legs away from yourself, and maybe even adding an overhead with the arms. As you do this, you'll start to feel an opening and lengthening through the hip flexors. And again, when you spend all day sitting at your desk, this is a fabulous counter stretch. A few deep relaxing breaths to assist the relaxation of tight muscles. Bring the hands back, place them to the ground, walk your feet in if you've extended them, lift the hips up, take the foam roller away, rest to the ground. Take a few moments relaxed on the ground to let everything reset. gently, lovingly, roll yourself up and return to your workday. I hope after a few minutes of foam rolling, you'll feel a little straighter, a little more relaxed, and ready for your next session of work at home. Thanks, guys.